Milwaukee Brewers baseball is presented by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, a new era of sports betting. Happy Labor Day, an absolutely gorgeous day for baseball here at American Family Field. The Brewers welcoming in the St. Louis Cardinals as they start a 6-game homestand. St. Louis coming in one game above 500 with 69 wins on the season. The Brewers, an incredible season for them. 80 wins, and in first place in the National League Central. And for Freddie Peralta, a .397 earned run average in his last 14 home starts. He's been even better here at home recently. We'll talk to you about Freddie Peralta's success coming up next. And Andre Palante is going to be the Cardinals starter, a .261 earned run average in 7 road starts. Good afternoon. Happy Labor Day. Sophia Minard here at American Family Field, and the Brewers are back after a short weekend series in Cincinnati, having won 3 out of 4 in that weekend series. Wrapped up the season series against the Reds, and now they welcome in the St. Louis Cardinals for their final series meeting here of the season. So how do you make a huge division lead? You win the series against your division opponents. They've gone 29-17 against the Central. And for Freddie Peralta in his last 3 starts, how about a .53 earned run average, a 158 opponent average, 13 strikeouts for him. Freddie fastball has been at his best as he gets ready for his 28th start and his 4th time against St. Louis. And the Brewers have had a lot of success against the Cardinals this season. They own a 7-3 record, a +20 run differential, and they have won 3 out of 4 of those games against the Cardinals here at home in Milwaukee. So looking to keep that success going against St. Louis, but they've been playing better recently. They have an 8-4 record in their last 12 games, and they scored 14 runs yesterday against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. They had not won in New York going all the way back to the World Series. Should be a really fun matchup here between the Brewers and the Cardinals. Willy Adames is celebrating his 29th birthday. He's homered in 4 straight games. How about 5 for his birthday? We'll take a look at Willy Adames and the hot bath coming up next.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is brought to you by your local Wisconsin Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Chamber of Commerce Day in Milwaukee on this Labor Day. Set to bring a game number 1 of this 3-game series and a nice 6-game homestand. That man's birthday, Feliz Cumpleaños, Willie. Number 29 for Willy Adames, and hoping to hit number 29 today for Willie. Brewers a comfortable lead in the division. 9 games up currently on the red-hot Chicago Cubs, who have won 9 of their last 10 ball games. Brewers' magic number remains at 16. Well, Willy Adames, he's been unbelievable recently, Rock. 10-game hitting streak. He's homered in 4 straight. 6 home runs in the last 10 for Willie.
Well, doing exactly what you want out of your veteran guys. I mean, leading this young Brewers ball club into the promised land. A nice, comfortable lead in the division. He's got a 10-game hitting streak where he's hitting .341. He's hit home runs in 4 straight games, all 4 games in Cincinnati. And the team record in that is 5 in a row. He's got 28 home runs, 96 RBIs. Looking at set career records, career milestones in both of those things. The biggest thing for me, though, 138 games, including today. He has played every single game, one of only 3 shortstops to start in every game this year in the big leagues.
Having an incredible season. He's Bill Schroeder. I'm Jeff Levering. You heard from Sophia Minard. We've got game number 1 between the Brewers and the Cardinals that is coming your way next on this Labor Day. The only game going right now in Major League Baseball. We'll have the first pitch for you when we come back. Freddie Peralta takes the mound against the St. Louis Cardinals today. Perfect day for baseball in Milwaukee. Roof is open. Barely a cloud in the sky as we get ready for the final series between the Brewers and the Cardinals in 2024. With Bill Schroeder and Sophia Minard, Jeff Levering aboard. Ollie Marmol and the St. Louis Cardinals put up 14 against the Yankees yesterday. took 2 of 3 against the Yankees over the weekend. His starting lineup brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. It's Wynn, Burleson, and Arenado at the top. Donovan and the recently red-hot Paul Goldschmidt in the middle of the order. It's on an 8-game hitting streak. Nootbaar, Walker, Pages, and then Michael Ciani just activated from the injured list yesterday. He starts in center field. Starting pitcher stats brought to you by Spectrum Rock. Freddie Peralta took his game to another level in August.
Yeah, last 3 starts he has been fantastic. Only 1 run in his last 17 innings of work. He's won his last 2 decisions. He's been really good as of late. Making career start number 15 against St. Louis. He's currently 3-6. Check out the Hyundai defense behind Freddie here this afternoon on this Labor Day. You got Churio, Mitchell, and Frelick in the outfield. Ortiz and Hoskins on the corners. Adames Terang up the middle, and William Contreras once again pushing the buttons for Freddie here on this Monday afternoon.
Our home plate umpires, the crew chief Alfonso Marquez. Lance Barrett is over at first. Jeremy Riggs at second base, and Mark Ripperger is at third. Nice to know the Brewers are going to be playing the minimum number of games in the days that they'll be playing against the Cardinals in this series instead of 4 and 3 like they did last weekend.
Yeah, what a series against Cincinnati. Almost able to sweep that 4-game series. Really good pitching. Timely hitting. Brewers on a roll right now.
Won the first 3 games. Bunch of 1-run contests in that series. Pair went to extra innings. And a quick 0-2 on Mason Wynn. Gave the Brewers fits in that series in St. Louis a couple of weeks ago. Cardinals took 2 of 3, and since then been on a decent run, 8-4 in their last 12. 0-2 from Peralta. Foul back. Nothing but heaters to start this one for Freddie.
Yeah, last time out against the Giants, he used all 4 pitches and mixed them up pretty well. More fastballs than anything else. Curve, slider, changeup, all were good. That's what we're talking about. Last 3 starts, outstanding.
Slider down and away. That's a pitch that was missing in his last start against the Cardinals. 22nd of August, when 5 innings, didn't give up a run, but threw 92 pitches. He basically did it without the slider. See the usage on the season for Freddie. Win to left. And Jackson Churio, an easy play for out number 1.
And changeup's been a real good pitch for Peralta as of late, even using it against right-handed hitters. It's been a good equalizer to go along with that big fastball that Freddie has. He topped out at 98 his last time out against San Francisco.
105 pitches, the most pitches he had thrown in a ball game since the end of May. He was excellent against the Giants that day. Alec Burleson had a great second half of the Cardinals. 21 homers, 72 driven in, among the league leaders in RBIs since the beginning of June. Burleson pops it up. There's that changeup again. 2 up and 2 down. Take a look at our advanced stat rock. It's brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook, and his 3 starts against the Cardinals this season. Electric numbers, and has not given up a homer.
Yeah, the walks have been down. The strikeouts have been up, and keeping the ball in the ballpark is always a big deal for Freddie Peralta. He's given a 22 this year. 172 punch-outs on the season, go along with 56 walks. Pretty good year.
Nolan Arenado back in the 3 spot. And takes a strike with that slider. Arenado coming off a good month of August to get his numbers to where they typically are. Low, 1 ball, 1 strike. And both he and Paul Goldschmidt not having the seasons that they are accustomed to having, and part of the reason why Cardinals are only 1 game over 500.
Yeah, but playing much better because those 2 are starting to swing the bats. Goldschmidt hot. Arenado's numbers are starting to get around to what he would normally be. That's the guy that's been swinging it.
8-game hitting streak for Goldschmidt. He was hitting 7th when the Brewers were in St. Louis recently. Arenado pops it up, and that's going to be in the seats. 2-2 on Nolan Arenado. Had that walk-off grand slam against the Brewers. The middle game of that 3-game series. Game that the Brewers had command of till late. In the air. Right center. Easy play. And a 1-2-3 first for Freddie Peralta. Brewers coming up. Perfect top of the first inning for Freddie Peralta. Pat Murphy and his squad 7-1 the last 8 home games. Such a great job at American Family Field all season long. His starting lineup brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Terang, Churio, Contreras, Bowers in the DH spot. And cleaning up, Adames Mitchell, Hoskins, Frelick, and Joey Ortiz in the number 9 spot of the order. They get Andre Palante, who's been in that starting rotation, been really good since about the midway point in June.
Yeah, he has been probably their best as a starter so far as the season has gone on. He's won his last 2 decisions. This is going to be his first and only start against the Brewers. He did make 12 appearances in his career against Milwaukee out of the bullpen.
Former 4th rounder in 2019 out of UC Irvine in Southern California. Fastball out of the bullpen would get into that 98-99 range. Got a great curveball. The thing for Palante, gets a ton of ground balls.
Especially against left-handed hitters.
Terang, a line drive and caught. Mason Wynn. Right place, right time to snag that line drive.
Yeah, let's check out the landmark Credit Union defense behind Palante here today. Got Nootbaar, Siani, and Walker in the outfield. Arenado, Goldschmidt on the corners. Mason Wynn, Brendan Donovan up the middle, and Pedro Pajes at shortstop. Or I should say behind home plate.
Jackson Churio's coming up. Good series against the Cincinnati Reds. 6 out of 14 in that series, including a game-winning homer on Saturday. Looked nasty when he hit the bag at first base in game 1 of that doubleheader. Ended up not playing game 2, but was back in the lineup on Saturday.
Stayed in the game after doing that. It's nice to be 20 years old, isn't it?
Stuff heals faster.
Yeah. hurts a little bit. It doesn't hurt long.
Add some spray to the handle of his bat.
And it's hard to believe that Jackson Churio, with all the accolades coming into the big leagues this year, that he's outperformed all those expectations, but he has. He really has.
Not many players that have played better baseball overall, defense, offense, since the beginning of June. He has really carried this team.
And who would have thought a 20-year-old, after getting off to a bit of a shaky start, that tells you a lot about his makeup. Takes an awful lot to get that kid down.
So ahead in the count, 2-1 against Palante. And that is called for a ball. 3-1. Best batting average since the All-Star break in the National League. And takes the low strike. 3-2. Evened out.
Borderline, right at the knees. Could have gone either way. Close.
That's ball 4. Draws the 1-out walk, and William Contreras is coming up. The Home Depot's getting it done. William Contreras against the Cardinals this year. Some beefy numbers, Rock. An OPS over 1,100.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing how well the Brewers have done in the division. And one of the main reasons that in interleague play, why the Brewers have a 9-game lead in the division. William Contreras, a big part of what they've been able to do against the Cardinals.
Fly ball right center. Walker onto the warning track to make the catch. Maybe a hair off the end for Contreras.
Yeah, slider down and away. He's staying on it. But just a little bit on the end, not much. Hit it well. Stayed in the ballpark.
Good first swing out of the gate for Contreras. Now it's Bowers. Bowers 1 for 8 at the plate in that series in Cincinnati. I tell you, he saved the game on Saturday. Great defensive play at first.
Amazing. You know, bases loaded. Brewers had a 1-run lead. A diving stab down the line on a ground ball. Certainly would have ended the game, and Cincinnati would have won.
Bowers hits it foul to even things up. He said it after the game, too. It's amazing the roller coaster of a season, right? And how you have the ebbs and flows. But even in the game where you're 0 for 4 and then a great defensive play can turn your whole day around.
No kidding. I mean, it's amazing. This guy's really good at first.
Chourio, decent lead at first. 2-1 on Bowers.
Palante doesn't have a changeup, but he uses his curveball as a changeup. Fastball, you know, he's got a 4-seamer, 2-seamer. Curveball, slider.
On the ground, foul. Went back to the fastball. You saw it in that last graphic. Some iteration of the fastball about 60% of the time. Saw that tight slider, the one he had Contreras just enough out in front of. Wow. 3-2.
Yeah, thank you very much.
A couple of pitches on that corner that haven't gone Palante's way. Pretty good pitch.
Yeah.
Chourio will run on 3-2 with 2 gone. That's ball 4. They make Palante work even harder. And here comes Mr. 3-run homer, Willy Adames. 2 guys on, 4 straight games with a homer, all 4 in Cincinnati. First Brewer to do that since Christian Yelich in 2019 on Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home runs.
The team record is 5 consecutive games with a home run. Eric Payne, Jeremy Burnett both did it.
And his birthday today.
Are you into numerology? Looking for home run number 29 on his 29th birthday.
Is that a birthday bomb? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I'm in for that. He's got 2 men on base. Usually spells good things for Willy Adames. Line foul. Ball and a strike on Willie.
Oh, the great numbers for Willy Adames. I mean, offensively, but the one that is most impressive to me is this is start number 138 straight for the Brewers at shortstop. One of 3 shortstops in the big leagues that are started every game.
Look out. Spun him out at high fastball. It's the second time in this inning that Palante's gone tight. First on Chourio, now this sinker up around the helmet of Adames. Almost got the bill of his helmet. Oof.
Yeah, scary. You know, missing up there like that.
And he comes back with a fastball down and away. So 3-1 on Adames. 20 pitches in this opening frame for Palante. On the ground, foul to third. So a full boat, 3-2.
Does have a little movement. The pitch before that looked like he yanked it, had a little cut to it. That one had a sink to it, which is why he gets the ground balls.
It's a funky delivery too. Straight over the top, almost looks like he short arms it. 3-2. Hit foul will do it again. Willie was on that one. Breakdown of his home runs this year. He's got a dozen 3-run homers. Go again. Fouled away again.
And Adames with 96 runs batted in. 4 away from that magic number, the triple digits.
Career high is 98. Did that with the Brewers in 2022. He's thrown nothing but fastballs in this sequence. Pitch number 8 to Willie Adames. Fly ball to left. Get going. Baseball done. Happy birthday. Mr. 3-run homer strikes again. Unbelievable.
And what is left unsaid about this guy? When you need it, he comes through. Maybe one too many fastballs from Palante. 29th home run of the year on his 29th birthday. Well done, Willie.
First career homer on his birthday. Garrett Mitchell rolls one first base side. Tough play. He's going to be safe. Oh, they called him out. Wow. Close play over at first. There was no shot that they were going to get him. Mr. Corridor says no challenge. Wow, this really close play over at first. But how about Willie Adames? Benefit of a good call, a couple of pitches into that sequence, and then he goes deep. A 3-run shot, and the Brewers up a field goal after 1. Freddie Peralta's first pitch with a 3-0 lead thanks to Willie Adames. Another 3-run homer. Ties the major league record for 3-run homers in a single season. He's already set the Brewers mark. Did that a while ago. He and Ken Griffey Jr. got a career high in RBIs with 99 now.
A third of his home runs have come on 13 swings of the bat.
That's efficient, right?
39 runs batted in, and he's 13 3-run homers.
You see the most 3-run homers in a single season. 1996, Ken Griffey Jr. with 13 of them, and we got another month of baseball to play.
Roy Campanella, always good to get on a list with him.
To first, there's Rhys Hoskins feeding Freddie Peralta, 1 up and 1 down. That's quite the list.
An 8-pitch at bat, all fastballs. 7 4-seam fastballs, 1 sinker. Maybe, just maybe, 1 too many heaters to Willie Adames in that at bat.
Put your mind at ease too, and you get a knock on your first at bat of the day, no matter what, whether it's your birthday or not, and then to do it with a 3-run homer in the first inning. Gravy from here on out for Willie.
That ball just barely made it out of the ballpark. Hit the top of the wall. Behind that yellow line. Nootbaar almost grabbed it.
The Brewers have robbed Lars Nootbaar of 2 different homers. He had visions of taking one back from Willie. And if he's got another inch on his glove, he may have.
Yeah.
Fortunately, had just enough carry. That extra rep on the bench press for Willie Adames got him that 3-run homer. Look how close Lars Nootbaar gets to this.
They played it perfectly, jumped straight up, just about maybe a couple of inches.
Oh, man.
Just missed it. Right off the top of the wall.
Goldschmidt fouls it away. It puts into perspective how good Blake Perkins is at robbing home runs.
Yeah.
Had another one in Cincinnati over the weekend. It's such a tough thing to do. You got to time your leap so perfectly.
Yeah. These guys practice that stuff. Yeah, they work on that, during batting practice. There's an art to it.
Perkins and Garrett Mitchell robbing Lars Nootbaar of homers in St. Louis, almost the exact same spot. Goldschmidt in the air to right. Frelick makes the play. Almost didn't recognize Sal out there in right because he's got his pants down on his shoe tops today. Usually goes pants up.
Right. Take a double take.
Just trying something different.
That's what guys do.
Churio out there in left. Going pants up.
Wear a different t-shirt. If you're not feeling good at the plate, that always helps. A different t-shirt.
Did you wear the same t-shirt every game? Not, I mean, it was washed clearly, but
it wasn't always washed.
I'm going for 10 straight hits.
Sitting out in the bullpen for a couple of days, it doesn't get too dirty.
Sure.
Doesn't get too bad. Now we washed it every day. At least Tony did. Tony Meigs.
There's some guys that are so superstitious. If they have a good day, remember what they ate the day before, and then they'll eat the same exact thing the next day.
Right. Wade Boggs, chicken every day.
Remember, the Brewers had a pitcher here for a while, and Matt Garza, that would eat nothing but chicken on days that he started.
Yeah.
And if you're on the road and that particular restaurant was not in that city, it could become a challenge.
You're in trouble.
That inside corner is off limits today for Alfonso Marquez in the first inning and a half. A walk to Lars Nootbaar with 2 away.
Yeah, that pitch to Jake Bauers with 2 strikes that looked like it was on the corner, that would have ended the first inning. And because it did not, he ended up walking, and then Willie Adames got a chance to hit the homer.
The ripple effect of one call. There's a strike. Contreras held it there for an extra moment. Jordan Walker back up in the big leagues. 5-hit game yesterday in New York for Jordan Walker. Included his first home run of the season. Fouled away. It's 1-2.
That big dude takes a healthy hack. You can pitch to him, but you make a mistake in the middle part of the plate.
Became the 3rd youngest Cardinal to record a 5-hit game since Rogers Hornsby.
Oh. It's not often in the same broadcast you talk about Roy Campanella and Rogers Hornsby.
Going back to 1916.
2 great names.
I mean, it's royalty. What other gems can we work in there? We're only in the 2nd inning. We got a lot of game left.
And we got time.
Three and 2.
That is a interesting strike zone today. That one off the plate. I'm surprised Walker took it.
Working that pitch count in this inning. 3-2. Newbar goes. And a fly ball. Right side. Hoskins out of room. We'll do it again. Some bonus pitches in this inning from Freddie Peralta. Nice catch, bud. Got the Field of Dreams t-shirts on. Another payoff. Got him. Curveball gets Jordan Walker first K of the day for Freddie Peralta. He gets that shutdown inning in the second.
Suit up for the dog days of summer at MLBshop.com. Check out the latest selection of official jerseys, caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and much more. Gear up with your Brewers at MLBshop.com.
You think they sell Brewers puka shell necklaces there? Two guys got the puka shells going.
No, I was a puka shell guy back in the old days.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Not so popular anymore.
I definitely rocked the puka shells at one point.
You did?
And had bleach blonde hair at one point, too. It was not a good look for me. But I tried it. Never again.
Bleach blonde.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like actual bleach.
And you give me a hard time for the perm back in the day?
I don't give you a bad time. I'd do it if I could, too. Swing and a miss by Rhys Hoskins. Yeah, that was my driver's license photo.
Well, it was a good idea, you know, at that time.
Yes, it was. Yes, it sure was. Sal Frelick's coming up. Flaps down for Frelick. 4 for 11. Drove in 4 in that series in Cincinnati. Ball and strike. Palante, you mentioned having to throw extra pitches in that first inning for him. Through 26 pitches in the first. And Freddie Peralta was able to get through that second despite the 2-out walk. Broken back ground ball to second. Donovan. Out is the call. I waited this time. We'll see what Pat Murphy does on this play.
And nobody leaving the field.
They're going to challenge it.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals knew that that call was missed because none of the Cardinals left the field.
Play. Let's see. Foot down. Looks like it.
Yeah, that's a, yeah, that was only second out. My mistake.
So we'll have a replay of the folks back in New York. Donovan did a pretty good job getting this baseball and getting rid of it, but
I don't know. This will be a better angle here.
as they get that foot down.
Boy, bang, bang.
The heel's definitely down, but the heel is not on the bag. That's the problem. It doesn't have, the baseball doesn't have to be in the back of the glove, too.
Yeah. This is really hard to determine when the ball actually enters the glove. Is it right there? I don't know.
Decision for the folks back in New York. Lance Barrett over at first base was on the call.
After we review, the call stands. The runner is out, and Milwaukee will lose their count.
See Sal Frelick, what do we got there? Tough call.
Well, if you called him safe, I think that would have stood too.
Yep.
It's one of those too close to overturn. That was a risky challenge by the Brewers that time.
Two outs, and Joey Ortiz. It's one fouled on the right field line. Brewers have been pretty good in terms of their percentage in their challenges. Now 22 and 15 in their challenges. 37 replay reviews this year.
It kind of surprised the Brewers challenged that one here in the second inning. Now they're out of challenges.
Crew chief reviews are still in play, but they don't use those till later in the ball game, 7th inning or later. Ortiz to left. Nootbaar makes the catch, and the inning ends. 3 up, 3 down go the Brewers. Peralta back to work.
Willy Adames hit another 3-run homer on his birthday and given Freddie Peralta and the Crew a 3-0 lead here. And for Freddie Peralta, he put together his best month of the season in August, a .289 earned run average in 5 games. He's pitched even better over his last 3, but a story for him in that month was the strikeouts being in and out there for him. He had 2 starts, including one against the Cardinals, where he had 5 total strikeouts. And against St. Louis, even though he was able to go 5 scoreless innings, he had just 2 strikeouts, which was a season low for him. And then he returned after the next start against the Giants, 6 scoreless here at home, had 8 strikeouts. And you could see almost the relief and the confidence come back for Freddie Peralta after that start. He said, I don't feel like I've lost the confidence despite it being such an up and down season for him in terms of the results. But he said he was really waiting for an outing like that one against the Giants to see the swing and the miss return. He had 4 strikeouts on the fastball, 2 each on the curveball and the changeup. Pat Murphy talked about just how different Freddie has looked, convicted in that fastball, guys. He threw some excellent changeups as well in that last start against the Giants.
Pages puts the Cardinals on the board. A fastball right down the middle. And Pedro Pages hits his 4th home run of the season. First homer allowed by Freddie Peralta since the 17th of August.
Yeah, he's really done a good job keeping the baseball in the ballpark, which is one of the reasons why he's been so good in his last 3 starts. 1 run in 17 innings. Mistake right there. Pages gets a fastball. Bingo, right down the middle. Doesn't miss it.
Freddie, as soon as contact was made.
Yeah, they know. The sound of the bat. It tells all they need to know.
Michael Ciani, fresh off the injured list, activated before the game yesterday, dealing with an oblique issue. Started the majority of the games in center field for St. Louis since about May. Swing and a miss at the change. Very good defender and was giving them at least something in center field. Victor Scott got the opening day nod, one of the fastest base runners in baseball, but was not hitting very much. Back-to-back changeups, 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's been a really good pitch for Freddie lately. Getting more and more confidence in that pitch. He will throw it to right-handers.
And going back to his start against the Cardinals in St. Louis 2 starts ago, where he didn't have a slider. Had to go to other stuff. Threw a ton of fastballs, changeups, and then almost found something in his curveball. Mixing that in a bit more his last 2 outings. This one to Rhys Hoskins at first down of the inning. Before Mason Wynn hits, quick message from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Back to the top of the order for the Cardinals. Wynn flying to left in the first. And the count 0-1 with the slider.
And the slider curveball has been really good. He doesn't get a whole lot of swings on those pitches when they're out of the strike zone like he did a couple of years ago. They're taking a little bit more.
Win 1-1.
Maybe one of the reasons why he has given up the 23 homers. Forced to throw him for strikes.
He's had 3 swings and misses in this ball game. 2 of them on changeups, none on sliders. Also no whiffs on the fastball. To center. Garrett Mitchell. 2 away.
Man, that's the thing. If you're able to throw those off-speed pitches, you know, the slider and the curveball for strikes, you're going to get more swings on the fastball because hitters have to be more aware of it. If you're not throwing them for strikes, they're not going to be looking for them. Just going to spit on them and wait for the fastball, just like you saw right there. Win with a high fastball, hit it pretty well, just got under it.
Just 1 ground ball out for Freddie Peralta. It's his MO, though, as he gets the strike on the outside corner. Strikeouts, flyouts. Check the swing, didn't go. Way out in front of that slider. 1-2. Just one more thing for the Cardinals to think about when you know a guy is down 1 pitch, right, Rock? It's much easier to eliminate stuff and have success.
Just sit on fastball. Yeah, but Freddie's got 3 other pitches that he can go to.
Oh, got him on that curveball in the dirt. Second strikeout for Freddie Peralta. Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is brought to you by Havish and Rotier, personal injury attorneys, national reputation, hometown service, and by Cousin Subs. We believe in better. A couple of Brewers fans in that Cardinals mix. The Kerslakes, Josh and Ashley Kerslake. He's wearing a shirt with my name on the back, which is odd, but he really likes it. Says it's comfortable.
Can I get one?
Yeah, for sure.
Where'd you get them?
It was a neighborhood deal, so my neighbor put together some shirts for my 40th birthday last year, and we handed them out.
How was that your party? I didn't get one.
Well, it was a neighborhood deal. You don't live in my neighborhood. So he wears that shirt every time he goes to a Brewers game.
Was that different than that party we had downtown for you?
Same one. They were all wearing it. It was that pocket of people wearing my shirt.
And I didn't get one.
Well, I have one that I could give you, but it's a medium.
Probably a little small.
Yeah. Yeah. A happy birthday. It's his birthday today here at the family.
There you go. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
It's all about me and T-shirts,
well,
right?
It's a year old now. I'd have to get a 41. Just on the left of your screen, you can see his left bicep. Yeah, that's him. Wife Ashley, kids, Trip and Ty. One-two pitch to Terang. Fouled away. I think we finally found them. There they are. There's Josh and Ashley. Happy birthday, Josh. He's going to owe me so much bourbon for that, by the way. Ground ball to second base. One gone in the bottom of the third.
Well, I'm glad we were able to find them.
Hey, me too. Man, that was an adventure. We got multiple camera operators on that. Kudos to John Walsh down in the truck. Way to go, John. Thanks, buddy.
Without missing a pitch.
mean, if they're sitting with a bunch of Cardinals fans, I figured it wouldn't. They got their Brewers stuff on. I didn't realize it was going to be such a tough ask.
I mean, I got some friends in the ballpark. We find them.
I mean, Vinny and Tim are usually pretty good for that when we're on the road. Fantasy campers on the road. They stick out a little more, though. 2-0 on Jackson Chourio.
Speaking of fantasy camp, you're coming this year.
Oh, man, I'm so excited.
You're playing.
I cannot wait.
And your dad's coming to umpire?
He is. Now, that I'm not excited for, but I'm excited to play. We'll see if he gets an assignment on one of our games. How many people are coming to fantasy camp now, by the way?
We've got 90 signed up.
Oh, I love it.
We're going to keep going. We might have 8 teams this year. It's going to be fun. Good group of coaches.
Have you recruited new coaches as Chourio draws a walk?
There are shots available from fantasy camp. I'm not going to say who I've been talking to.
Okay.
Because I don't want to, throw that out there. But in case they're not able to make it.
Sure.
Jonathan Lucroy will be there. Augie. We got Vinny and Dillard.
Yep. The Staples, Eddie Cedar,
Corey Hart, J.J. Hardy, Jeff Jenkins,
the locals,
Greg Vaughn, Cirillo,
and then TBD from there.
I've got others, but
but not. We don't want to give them some love just in case.
That's a pretty good teaser, isn't it?
Great,
pretty good names.
And you, duh, the grand poobah of fantasy camp. 6 in a row out of the zone, by the way, by Palante. Seven straight.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention Scott Carl and Rick Sweet.
Of course. Are Scott Carl and Vinny going to be coaching together again?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
That's a nice thing about being in charge.
You make the decisions. That's ball 4. Well, 4 walks now by Andre Palante. And Jake Bowers is at the plate. 50 pitches for Palante. And here comes the pitching coach, Dusty Blake. 4 walks, matches a season high walk 4 against the Royals back on August 10th. And while they discuss a plan against Bowers, word from Aurora Healthcare.
This is how it feels to have a complete health partner who cares for all of you so you can live powerfully, live joyfully, and live fully.
They have 4 walks in 2 1/3 innings. Having a difficult time.
High pitch count, 50 already. 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Jake Bowers drew a walk and got a friendly call in that sequence too to lead to the 3-run homer from Willie Adames. The only hit still for the Brewers. Just cannot find it. Nine straight from Palante out of the zone. Didn't have to be, but got a gift. 1-1. That low strike is there today for Alfonso Marquez.
Yep, close.
Fought it off. Stays at 1-2. Still a lot of fastballs. Palante has not been using that off-speed stuff very often. He's thrown just 5 curveballs, 10 sliders.
Yeah, a lot of heaters, right? Look at them all.
And only 1 swing and miss. That right off the end of the bat on the slow curveball.
Neither pitcher has many swings and misses today.
3 for Peralta. Change that 5. And just the 1 for Palante. Back again. That's where that curveball comes into play, Rock. I mean, essentially covering 20 miles an hour of velocity difference.
Right.
Again, foul.
You know, there's kind of a sweet spot with curveballs and changeups, right? I mean, you can throw them too slow, which gives a hitter an opportunity to maybe double clutch on it and get a piece of it. You don't want to throw them too slow, but then again, you don't want to throw them too hard. But it doesn't have much of an off-speed pitch.
9th pitch of the at-bat. And he went too far. That was the curveball. Strikeout number 2, and it leads to Willy Adames again.
Yeah, with 2 men on. Let's see if Palante goes with nothing but fastball again.
Willie has not seen an off-speed pitch today. "13 3-run homers. Up and in. Another fastball. How about our stats with Lowe's? 5 consecutive games of the homer. Matches the franchise record. Eric Thames and Jeremy Burnett's. Swing and a miss. There's that slider. First time that Willie had seen it today. Mentioned the 3-run homers, 13 of them a franchise record. 99 runs batted in, the 3rd most in the league. Ooh. Foul ball as it got a piece of the barrel, and then all of Pages behind the plate.
Got him in a mask. A lot of times, if you wear that conventional mask, hits you on the side of the face. Watch this. Turn the head. Ooh, yeah, got the top of the mask. Man.
Getting checked out, and training staff and Ollie Marmol go back into the Cardinal dugout.
Sometimes it affects your ears. You know, the ears are ringing. Sore jaw. All that.
Can't help having an IFB in your ear, too. 1-2 on Willy Adames. Tried to get him with that curveball. 2-2.
Willie's got the 13 3-run homers. That's more than 5 teams have in 3-run home runs this year.
Incredible. As you said, Rock, it's a lot of runs batted in.
Yeah.
Good to have the opportunities, better to cash them in. On the ground is short. Mason Wynn goes the short way. They get the force out on Contreras, and the inning is over. Couple of men on, couple left at the end of 3. Brewers up by 2.
You got a chance to get a Jackson Churio first ever Brewers bobblehead. That's a giveaway on Sunday, September 8th. The first 30,000 fans through the gates will get the Churio bobble. Get the seats at brewers.com/giveaways.
Bobblehead ready to go. This is a good looking bobblehead too. Look at this. That's what he does when he hits the homers. You like that?
You taking that home?
No, I'll let you keep that one. See if I can grab one on Sunday.
I don't actually take them home. I put them on the fridge up here.
Yeah.
Got a nice collection. It's actually not on the fridge. It's on the credenza.
Yeah, we moved them off of the fridge because that fridge gets tight when you open it. So we had some extra bottlage. Arenado hits the first pitch into shallow center. 1 pitch, 1 out in his 4th inning for Freddie Peralta. Take that any day of the week, especially with Arenado. He's had a lot of success against Peralta in the past, hitting above 300 with 4 homers. There's that bobblehead collection in the booth. There it is.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker back there. Is that Bruce Fleming?
Bruce Fleming back there. The Bruce Fleming bobblehead, our buddy, Major League umpire. Grew up in Wisconsin, grew up in Milwaukee.
A who's who of bobbleheads.
Got his Tim Dillard bobblehead back there.
Here's Tim in the middle next to the catcher's mask.
See the 48, he's at a desk.
Yep. Hank Aaron, Sal Frelick robbing a homer. There's Tim. He's real. I bet his head bobbles too. Two and 2 on Donovan. Great to be at the ballpark on Labor Day. Great crowd today, too. Donovan, base hit to center field, just the 3rd hit of the game. And the first non-homer for a hit in this one for either team.
Pretty good swing right there by Donovan. Fastball 92. Not a whole lot of velocity on it. It was pretty much down the middle. This serves it out to center field.
Swing and a miss by Goldschmidt. Tough first few months for Paul Goldschmidt, but he's on an 8-game hitting streak where he's hitting better than 500. 7 for 13 in the series against the Yankees.
Always was a slow starter throughout his career, but we're talking maybe 3-4 weeks, but it extended a little bit longer this year.
One of the big things for the Cardinals all season, hitting with men in scoring position. It has been a grind all year for St. Louis, but in that series against the Yankees, took advantage of their opportunities and lo and behold, won the series.
Playing much better, game over 500.
2 games behind the recently red-hot Cubs in pursuit of a wild card spot. The Brewers have a 9-game lead in the division. Cubs have won 9 of their last 10.
But they've only picked up 1 game.
It's incredible, right?
As good as the Cubs have been playing, the Brewers are playing just as well.
Two on Paul Goldschmidt. That's why all those wins that you stack up early in the season matter.
Brewers do not see the Cubs again this year in the regular season. This is it against the Cardinals.
Got him through the curveball. Another K on the curve. Third overall for Peralta.
Yeah, beautiful pitch. 79 miles an hour, really pulling the string on it, and had Goldschmidt underneath it. Anything other than fastball, right? Get it over the plate.
Lars Nootbaar drew a walk first plate appearance and takes down and out. Nootbaar to right. Frelick can't make the play. Going from first to third is Donovan. Throw goes all the way through. Nootbaar dumps one in. So the tying run is on for St. Louis for Jordan Walker.
That ball just died out and right off the bat. I thought that was going to be a relatively easy catch for Frelick, but there's a change up. Had some top spin on it, I think, and kind of sunk right in front of Sal for a base hit.
Jordan Walker on with a couple of guys on base. Takes ball one. He struck out on a curveball back in the second inning. Just has not had the success at the big league level that the Cardinals would like to see. Swing and a miss. Got the heater by him.
And Donovan's base hit came on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. That was at 93. Velocity down a little bit for Freddie in this inning.
Swing and a miss at the changeup.
Such a good pitch. Good arm action on it. Little sink to it as it gets to home plate.
And the driver's seat in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jordan Walker. .95 there from Peralta. Runner takes off, throw to second. They've got the man in a rundown. Terang now has Donovan caught. Throw home. Donovan's out. Perfect first and third defense from Milwaukee. Get it caught stealing for William Contreras. And Peralta puts up a 0 in the fourth. 3-1 Brewers, bottom of the fourth inning. Rock, let's go inside the play. Brought to you by Freighter, the Medical College of Wisconsin.
Yeah, perfect execution. Check out Contreras to make sure that he was going to be stealing all the way through. And then you get Bryce Terang running at the runner, not throwing it too early. If he throws the home right away, he just goes back to third, and then they have second and third with 2 outs. You talk about perfect execution on a play like that. Bryce Terang, William Contreras, they make the play on 2 throws. Well done.
Rundown 101 right there.
Yeah, Bryce Terang running right at Burleson right there to make sure he's going to commit himself, and then he throws the home and an easy out.
Mitchell takes low, and it speaks to the struggles.
Yeah, right.
The Cardinals have had hitting with runners in scoring position. You got a guy who had 5 hits yesterday in Jordan Walker.
The Cardinals not confident they're going to be able to get a hit. That was actually Donovan, not Burleson.
Ground ball up the middle base hit for Garrett Mitchell. First single of the game for Milwaukee. Leadoff man aboard for the first time, too, against Palante.
Those plays don't happen by themselves. I mean, that's not luck. I mean, they work on those things all the time. You get here before regular batting practice, and you're going to see Pat Murphy and his coaching staff. They're out there working on those things. Situational defensive plays that They come up in the game, not often, but when they do, they can be important plays.
Trying to add to the lead. 3-run homer by Willie Adames in the first. And Hoskins takes strike one. Struck out in the second inning. One of 2 Ks. Palante has walked 4. Oh, 2 on Reese. One of 3 Brewers with 20 or more homers. Runner goes in the dirt. Throw to second base. Late. Mitchell holds the bag. Another steal for the Brewers.
Yeah, throw a little bit high on the third base side of the bag, or it might have been close at second. Mitchell didn't have a very big lead. Good jump. Able to steal it easily because of the throw a little bit off the mark.
Donovan straddling the bag, but getting that knee on top of the base.
They can't block it off anymore.
Rhys Hoskins left swung to left. Back. Gone! Rhys Hoskins, number 23. Roof's open and the ball flying.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be relatively routine on a slider. It was down, but in the middle of the plate. Played a little bit out in front on it, but able to keep the hands back. 2-run bomb for Reese.
Hit a homer in game 2 of that doubleheader in Cincinnati. First home run of September. Frelick fouled on the third base line. Here's Rhys Hoskins down in the count, 1-2. Our T-Mobile coverage cam.
There's the slider. Didn't do a whole lot. It was down the middle of the plate, and he got all of it. Got under it a little bit. Look at that knee, that back knee touching the ground like that. Just level out that swing. 5-1 lead for the Crew.
Over the mound, Mason Wynn near the bag. Look at that throwing arm. 1 away in the bottom of the 4th. Took what should have been a close play at first and shown off the arm for an out.
Name a team that doesn't have a shortstop like that, right? Good range, good throwing arm, good balance. Incredible skills out there you see in the major leagues.
Strike one on Joey Ortiz. The Cardinals have a good one defensively out there at shortstop at Mason Wynn. He was unreal in their series when the Brewers were in St. Louis a couple weeks ago. He's fun to watch, and he's figured it out offensively too. Threw that off balance at 85 miles an hour across the diamond.
Cardinals are one of the best defensive teams in the NL.
Shallow fly, center field. Siani has it pop in and out of his glove, trying to get to second base. Ortiz goes right into the knee of Donovan. Oh man, face first into the knee of Brendan Donovan. It's going to be a base hit for Ortiz, but he got a mouthful. Ouch.
I was surprised he took off to second base. Good heads up play in the outfield to get it in quickly.
Almost coming down with this ball. His glove.
Had it in the glove, just couldn't hold it.
And then the slide here. Watch the foot and the knee go right into Ortiz's face.
Yikes.
Checked out by Dave Yeager. Here's that slide again from Ortiz.
Yeah, got him right before he got the hand on the bag.
He's got that baseball Donovan does. He made sure to get in front of the bag too, make sure Ortiz wasn't going to get there. He's a guy who's had neck issues this year too. Remember, he missed some time on the injured list. There's a base hit for Terang the other way. Fourth hit of this inning. Here's the slide again from Joey Ortiz.
Well, he's lucky he didn't go into the knee dead on. With the knee bent like that, I mean, that could have been a lot worse. Side of the knee. Easy for me to say it. It could have been worse, but he looks like he's all right.
2-out hit leads to Jackson Chourio. Terang is back. Got to 40 stolen bases in yesterday's loss in Cincinnati. Haven't been many 40 stolen base years for the Brewers in franchise history. Chourio to right, and that was slicing the seats. He's the first since Jonathan Villar back in 2016 to get to that 40 stolen base mark.
Yeah. Villar could run wild. I would imagine Terang's going to try and steal second base here at some point. Not often he doesn't try and steal.
Tap foul by Chourio. 40 stolen base years in Brewers history since the year 2000. Carlos Gomez there in 2013, and he's well within reach of getting past Gene Segura, that 44 mark. Scotty Pods with 70.
Yeah, really good rookie year for him.
Pitch out. You could count how many pitch outs the Brewers have seen on one hand.
Not a very good one either.
Two and two. I mean, if you're going to pitch out, you better throw a pitch that is handleable, and you don't have to go down to a knee to get.
Just high, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Be tough for Pages to make a throw on that pitch out.
Chourio fouls another one away. Well, maybe these guys are so trained from catching on one knee that that's their comfort zone.
Yeah.
Who knows? But usually if you're going to pitch out, you're up out of your haunches. It's not going to be a long outing for Palante this afternoon. Back, and a balk has been called.
Yeah, Quentin Berry called it first. Then the first base umpire called it.
Quentin Berry was asking for it after the first pick over to first base. Said, hey, watch that, watch that. I'm telling you, the Brewers base running coaches, specifically Quentin Berry, they are all over these balks.
They spend a lot of time before games going over moves for these pitchers that they're going to see. And whatever it was, first base umpire Lance Barrett agreed with Q.
Palante getting the explanation. We had Ollie Marmol out for just a moment to explain. Here's that man in scoring position for Chourio. 3-2. He was going to first base. He thought he had drawn his third walk of the game. That's ball three. Seventh pitch of this at bat. And it is the third walk of the game for Jackson Chourio.
And one of the main reasons why he has been so hot at the plate is pitch selection. Not swinging out of the strike zone a whole lot these days. It all starts with seeing a baseball. That's when good hot streaks start to come.
3 plate appearances, 3 walks, a first 3-walk game for Chourio in that young career. But I bet it won't be his last. Line foul. Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home run leaderboard. Both Adames and Hoskins adding homers. Contreras hit his 20th in that Cincinnati series. A couple of homers for William. 2 on with 2 out against Palante. Brewers had just 1 hit in the first 3 innings. It was the 3-run homer by Adames in that first. They've got 4 hits in this 4th inning alone. Check the swing, didn't go. Riley O'Brien loosening in that Cardinals pen. In the dirt again. Back-to-back knuckle curves. Cardinals with 4 lefties. 3 out of the bullpen. Steven Matz is going to go tomorrow. He's listed as a bullpen arm today for the Cardinals. On the ground to third. Arenado is going to go to the bag and get the force out on Terang. Rhys Hoskins with a 2-run homer in his 4th inning. Lean back on one, Rhys. 5-1 Brewers. A reminder for every Brewers RBI this season, Northwestern Mutual funding 5 hours of childhood cancer research. Pair of homers, a 3-run shot by Willy Adames, number 29 on his 29th birthday, and Rhys Hoskins his 23rd, not on his 23rd birthday. Jordan Walker, high fly to left center. And for the 2nd straight inning, 1 pitch and 1 out for Freddie Peralta.
Yeah, just missed that one. Got under it, barreled it up.
1 away for Pedro Pages, responsible for the only run of the game for St. Louis. Pitch counts in a pretty good spot for Freddie. 4 1/3 innings, 69 pitches. And strike 1. Six-game homestand for the Brewers. Got an off day on Thursday. 2 night games to follow this day game on Labor Day. Brewers get another look at the Colorado Rockies. Swing and a miss. There's that slider, 1 and 2. First whiff on the slider today.
Big sweeping slider way out in front. That'll get you guessing. That'll get into the head of that hitter.
Yanked it foul, went slider in. About the only place he was going to be able to hit that if he hit it at all. Foul.
Right over the Cardinal dugout in the upper deck.
Fouled it back. 96 and elevated.
Pretty good job just getting a piece of that after a slow curveball or slider, and goes upstairs with the heater.
There's the second fastball he's thrown in the sequence. Goes back to the breaking ball, that time the curve, so it's 3-2 on Pages. Another deep drive to left by Pages. Churriel out of room. His second home run of the ball game makes it 5-2. Went curveball. That one was up in the zone.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Yeah, have a day. Cardinals catcher.
First career multi-homer game for Pedro Pages.
Yeah, that's a hanger, and he didn't miss it. Good swing. Yeah, good balance. Nice short stroke. Another homer.
Had 3 home runs on the season coming into the game. He's got 2 so far. We're in the 5th. Ciani hit a soft line drive to first base. Ball and a strike on Ciani. Ciani flares it foul, 1-2.
Not sure if Freddie is taking a little off the fastball every now and again. 92. He's been getting the fastball up in the 95, 96 range. Like that.
Reaches back when he needs it.
So 92, then 96.
Averaging just about 94 miles an hour on that fastball today. But he's mixed up his off-speed stuff pretty well. Slider is back for him. Again, didn't have it at all in his last start against the Cardinals. It's a soft ground ball to the right side. Gonna have to hurry to get Ciani. Peralta to cover it. 2 away. Before Wynn hits, a word from Digger's Hotline.
From a bird's eye view, Wisconsin homes around the state have many similarities. Zooming in on what's below tells a different story. Every time you dig, Digger's Hotline.
Great crowd at the ballpark on this Labor Day. Taking advantage of the $1 hot dogs. Last number I saw, which the Brewers have been counting up on the auxiliary scoreboard and right, was over 24,000 hot dogs consumed.
It's a lot of hot dogs.
It is. I don't think Josh Mauer has contributed to that today, though. He is our resident hot dog eater.
Well, I mean, those are paid hot dogs, right? I mean, when's the last time Josh actually bought a hot dog?
Oh, he buys hot dogs on the road?
Oh, does he?
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about here.
Well, we're lucky here. We're very fortunate not to have to buy our hot dogs.
I mean, you could do some damage. You know, $1 hot dog day.
I think they limit it to the amount that you can buy in one trip to the concession stand, too.
Right.
So like, I'll have 50 hot dogs, like the guy going through the drive-thru. 66 cheeseburgers, 66 Diet Cokes, 1,000 fries. I'll have to show you that clip. It's fantastic. And that's ball 4. William Contreras turns around and Alfonso Marquez goes, "Are you kidding me?"
I mean, this is really, I mean, the strike zone has really been a mystery today. I mean, you know, I know it's not an easy job, but I'm not sure what a strike is today.
Saw Pat Murphy looking over and trying to get Alfonso Marquez attention. I mean, that is usually a 3-0, pretty automatic.
Yeah.
That's a 2-out walk ahead of Burleson, and a 3-run lead for the Brewers. Swing and a miss. He was trying to unload. Just the second walk issued by Freddie Peralta. Again, it costs him extra pitches. .92 from Peralta. Pop up and a strikeout for the number 2 hitter for St. Louis. Just 2 for 14 lifetime against Freddie Peralta. Flipped into shallow left and foul off the tarp. Four series against St. Louis. This is the 4th time Peralta is facing the Cardinals. Remember when you'd have to play your division opponents 6 times, 6 different series, 19 games.
Right.
There was 0 mystery. Going in the dirt.
That's the pitch he got him on last time. Didn't bite this time.
There's Brian Hudson cranking it up. Burleson into left center. Churriel is on it. And the 5th is over. A couple of solo homers through 5 against Peralta.
We're back at American Family Field, and we want to invite students to showcase your artistic talent by participating in the Roberto Clemente Art Contest. And the Brewers encourage fans under 18 to submit an original art project that embodies Roberto Clemente's core values of sportsmanship, activism, national pride, and humanitarian work. The top 3 entries will be recognized in a pregame ceremony here at American Family Field. You can go to brewers.com/showcases for more information.
Thank you so much, Sophia. Announcement of the Roberto Clemente Award winners for each team going to be coming out next week. The 0-1, Bowers swings and misses. Walking a strikeout for Bowers today. 1-2. Palante back out there.
Yeah. 95 pitches. Probably going to be his last. There is activity in that Cardinals bullpen.
Fouled away again. There's our buddy Riley O'Brien back up. He's loosening in the 4th. Swing and a miss. There's that good knuckle curveball again. He gets Bowers for a second time. Nobody on base this time for Willy Adames to hit, but let's go down to Sophia with some birthday greetings for Willie.
Yeah, Feliz cumpleaños, Willie. What a day for him. He's homered for the first time on his birthday. We talked about it. 29th home run of the season on his 29th birthday. And, of course, tying Ken Griffey Jr. with 13, the most 3-run homers in a single season. And Pat Murphy talking about Willy Adames. I mean, you're almost just running out of ways to describe what he means to this team and to this clubhouse, right? And he is starting in his 138th game. He's played in every single game. And so Pat Murphy talking about that, you know, there were conversations and even points in the season where he has tried to give Willy Adames a day off. And I think Pat Murphy conceded that fight now as Willie sends another ball out to right field. But I think Pat Murphy talked about that before the game of just he's maybe conceded that fight and said, listen, first of all, he's been healthy. So fortunately, he's been physically well enough to play all of the 138 games so far. And also he's got a real shot to play 162, which he has Obviously never done before in his career. Very difficult for any player to do that. And he said with the schedule coming up, just 25 games remaining, including today, some of the off days, he said it almost just doesn't make sense to give him a day off. So as long as Willie is able, it sounds like Pat Murphy is going to let this thing ride and let him go for 162.
Appreciate it, Sophia. It's going to take a lot to get Willie Adames out of the lineup. It is an 8-pitch, 1-2-3 inning for Andre Palante. Back to work goes Freddie Peralta in the 6th. Badger Sports Report is your all-access pass to UW football. Watch Badger Sports Report Tuesday at 6 on Bally Sports. Just got a text from our buddy Matt LePay. Badgers 1-0.
Good opener.
Western Michigan goes to the Horseshoe. Take on Ohio State this weekend. I will be soliciting a scouting report from Matt.
You doing that?
I've got that game this weekend.
Good for you.
Check swing. They'll check it. And he didn't go. Brewers dugout didn't agree. It's already football season. Hard to believe.
You already did a game, right?
I did. I was on assignment this weekend up in the Pacific Northwest. The Big Ten's Washington Huskies. 18 teams in the Big Ten now.
Amazing, isn't it? Huh.
Hudson's still getting ready. Donovan on deck. Goldschmidt after that. Pitch number 95 is a strike. Right down the middle at 95. Yanked foul.
Man, this guy's had some huge games against the Brewers throughout his career as a Colorado Rocky and now a Cardinal.
Especially in this ballpark. He and Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah, and not just at the plate. I mean, in the field, he's something else defensively.
Liner to center, right at Garrett Mitchell. Hit it right on the screws, but out number 1.
Change up, good pitch.
Brendan Donovan's going to get a shot. Line drive to right, a base hit. Second hit for Brendan Donovan.
Yeah, he's figured it out. Base hit to center his last time up.
And Paul Goldschmidt. Four-seamer right down the middle.
Yeah, nice swing.
Maybe the last batter for Freddie Peralta. Got the left-hander Lars Nootbaar on deck. Lefty and Hudson ready in the pen. Swing and a miss. Got it by Goldschmidt. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts for Freddie Peralta. 2 solo homers allowed. Only damage against him.
Yeah, I tell you, there's a day when you wouldn't be able to get away with 2 pitches in that spot. Not the Goldschmidt.
Hunter pitches on the nose for Peralta. 0-2 on the way to Paul Goldschmidt. Fly out the strikeout for Goldschmidt. Bullpen report sent out to Pat Murphy through Jim Henderson. Brewers had to play 4 games in 3 days against the Reds over the weekend. To right field. Sends Frelick back. It's over his head and off the wall. Frelick gets it in to Bryce Terang, but second and third with only one out, and the tying run coming up for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that is just classic Paul Goldschmidt right there. Nice short stroke. Fastball at 98, outer half. Nice easy swing, just trying to put the ball in play. Check this out. It's a nice short stroke, gets on top of it and lines it off the wall and right.
Like a three-quarter swing from Paul Goldschmidt, but it worked. It extends his hitting streak to 9 games, and here comes Pat Murphy. He's going to make a pitching change. Brian Hudson coming in. Hit Lars Nootbaar representing the tying run in the 6th inning. Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook, a new era of sports betting. And sponsored in part by Northwestern Mutual, the official financial planning partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Packed house in Milwaukee as Brian Hudson is on to work. It's a 5-2 Brewers lead. The tying run is coming to the plate. Our Gruber Law offices, one call, that's all call to the pen. Brings in Brian Hudson, and he'll face Lucan Baker off the bench.
And last time out for Brian Hudson, tossed a scoreless inning in game 1 of them Friday against Cincinnati. Actually 2 scoreless innings. Usually comes in and gives you multiple innings, maybe 2.
These two have history. Baker with a pinch hit, 2-run homer against Hudson in St. Louis a couple weeks ago. And a fly ball to center. Mitchell is there, makes the catch, tagging, trying to score. Donovan throw to the plate all the way through and late. Sacrifice fly for Baker. 2-run ball game.
Yeah, Hudson normally comes in throwing strikes, pounding the strike zone on a 0-1 pitch. Fastball, middle in, and Baker big and strong, able to get it deep enough to score the run.
Donovan pretty good speed at third. One hop throw, not bad, up the line a bit from Mitchell. That run charge to Freddie Peralta. And now Jordan Walker. Down low and in the dirt. It gets away from Contreras, advancing Goldschmidt 90 feet. Wild pitch for Hudson.
Yep, slider, tough play for Contreras, particularly when you're on one knee. Not able to keep it close.
Getting that big hop. Ortiz throws out Jordan Walker, and the inning ends. Only a handful of pitches thrown by Hudson. He gets 2 outs. A run comes across. It's a 2-run game as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Back to the 4th inning. Our StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Rhys Hoskins hitting a 2-run blast.
Well, the Brewers picked him up to do exactly that, hit home runs. He's done a good job of it. He's had a good second half in that department. Brewers need to add on.
Just a 2-run lead as Riley O'Brien is on. Former Tampa Bay Rays draft selection out of the College of Idaho. First one to Hoskins, 96, and called the ball. First time that low strike has not been a strike. Victor Scott takes over in left. Lucan Baker burned after his sacrifice fly. 2-0 on Hoskins.
Yeah, Brian's given up runs in 2 of his last 3 appearances. Pitched yesterday against the Yankees.
And in 3-0. That is called for strike 1. Tails.
I mean, flip a coin.
Heads. Ball 4.
Same spot.
Sixth walk drawn by the Brewers offense today. Leadoff man is aboard for Sal Frelick. Just the second time that the Brewers have had the leadoff man on in the 6th. Frelick, a couple of ground outs. One to second, one to short. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and a strike. As you mentioned, Rock, 5th game of the year for O'Brien. Last pitch in the big leagues in 2022 was Seattle. That was just one game. Swing and a miss. Curveball, 0-2. Made his big league debut in 2021 with Cincinnati. That was a start. Yanked foul. Look out.
You see the way he sets up in his stretch. He's got really has his back to the hitter in an attempt to hide the baseball as long as he can from the hitter. And sometimes a delivery like that can be effective in hiding the baseball, but it can be very difficult to repeat a delivery, and sometimes you just can't throw enough strikes.
Hit foul, stays alive. 98 up in the zone. Swing and a foul. Apparently that's the call from Alfonso Marquez. Putting his hands up.
Nobody's saying anything.
Are we saying foul?
I guess.
It could have been a situation where he swings and misses and it hits him.
Foul ball. Give him the foul ball sign, right?
Foul's the call.
Hit him.
Foul back.
I'm surprised that the Cardinals didn't challenge that.
I mean, that's the thing, right? So he could swing and miss, and then it hits him. He's out.
It didn't look like he even touched the baseball with the bat.
Right. Line drive, right field line. Fair ball headed towards the corner. Frelick's on the move. Hoskins held third. It'll be a double for Sal Frelick.
There you go. Yeah, give him an extra swing, and he doubles down the line in right.
Brewers benefited from that in the first inning, too, on a ball 4 to Bowers, and then Adames hit the 3-run homer. Good piece of hitting from Frelick.
Yeah, pulling the hands in, got enough of it to hit it down the line. Just inside the right field line, so second and third and nobody out.
We see a Sal. Infield comes at medium depth for Joey Ortiz. Base hit his last time. He's also fly to left. Fouls it back.
There you go. Does he foul it off? Well, he came close. He swings and misses and hits him in the foot. I can't believe the Cardinals didn't challenge it.
They would have called the play dead. Hoskins would have had to go back to first base.
He would have been out.
Yep. Sal would have been out.
Yeah.
Brewers catch another break. And we talked about the at-bat from Willy Adames in the first inning, too. Bowers took a pitch that looked to be strike 3. Instead was called a ball. It ended up walking. Got to take advantage of your opportunities. It's the Brewers have done. And that's ball 4. They're loaded for Bryce Turang. Well, we talk about Willie Adames being Mr. 3-run homer. Turang has been Mr. Grand Slam over the course of his career.
That's right. Let's see if we can notch another one. You know, looking back on that play with Sal Frelick, foul tips are not reviewable. So that's why the Cardinals were not able to review that play. Upon further review, if they call a foul tip, you can't review it and say, no, it didn't.
Well, in a bind, Riley O'Brien, bases loaded. And Turang coming up. Bullpen's moving again. Kyle Leahy. Got 5 innings out of Palante. Squeezed that extra inning out of him. Threw 8 pitches in that 5th to get through it. Here's Turang. And it's fouled in and out of the glove of Pages. Three career grand slams for Bryce Turang. His first in the big leagues was a grand slam. He's hit 2 this year. 7 for the Brewers this year. Broken bat, caught by Goldschmidt. Just enough spring in his legs still.
Yeah, still able to get up there, but that's really good base running by everybody on the bases. Not to get caught off the bag. That could have easily been a double play had one of these 3 base runners ventured too far off the base. Good base running. You can see Joey Ortiz going back right away. Everybody going back. Great base running by the Brewers.
Well, Jackson Chourio takes ball 1. Again, that low strike has disappeared. It's a really big opportunity for Jackson Chourio. A 2-run lead. He's walked 3 times in this game. Ball and a strike on Jackson. To left field. Jackson Chourio. Grand slam. Second grand slam of the year for Jackson Chourio, number 18. A 3-run shot, a 2-run shot, and now the granny.
You can't hit a ball any harder than that. Goodness gracious.
8th grand slam of the year for the Brewers.
Absolute blast on a hanging slider. Yikes. This kid's something else.
Cashed in a big way. Cardinals got within a couple of runs in the 6th inning, and Chourio says, take that. 9-3. 2-1 on Contreras.
I'm telling you, 3 walks and a grand slam. That's a pretty good day at the plate. And he's not done yet.
Two and 2 on Contreras. Maybe another AB. That's what he was doing around at second base. 3-2.
Just amazing how this young man has developed as a hitter in the second half of the year.
That's ball 4 on Contreras, his second walk. Third walk of the inning by O'Brien. Look at this slider, cement mixer.
Yeah, didn't do anything until Jackson able to put the bat on it. Baya way back.
We got a bobblehead that looks like that coming up on Sunday. My goodness. Swing and a miss. That one hit Bowers, but plays dead. 0-1 on Bowers, and again that goes back to what we saw in Sal Frelick's at bat that extended the inning. Taking advantage.
Nine runs on 7 hits. Of course, all the walks have helped.
8 of them.
And 4 of them have come around to score.
Two and 1. 31 pitches in this inning from O'Brien. Yeah, if I was Jackson Churio, I'd want to look at it again too. And O'Brien, that arm slot is starting to drop on him.
Yeah, and you know the Cardinals would love to be able to get O'Brien through this inning, but I mean, at what cost? I mean, the pitch count's starting to really get out of hand a bit.
Got a gift, 3-2. This may be it for O'Brien. We'll see. And time called by Bowers. Willie Adames reacting to the crowd, wishing him a happy birthday, and he acknowledged it. Man of the people, Willie Adames. Swing and a miss. Strikeout of Bowers, and here comes Willie. Jackson Churio. Let's look at that. I mean, that's perfect. Is that not his bobblehead?
Yeah, with the smile to go with it.
And that's perfection.
It's hard not to smile after you hit a salami. Well done.
He's got 18 RBIs now with the bases loaded this year. 2 grand slams. 7 for 12. Oof. Pitching change in Milwaukee. 6-run lead for the Brewers in the 6th. Willie Adames will face Leahy. Going over that scouting report. We'll see that, AB, when we get back. Hey, just a reminder, you can stream Brewers baseball all season long on the Bally Sports app. We're in September, the final stretch. Boys are hot. Kyle Leahy is on for the 30th time for St. Louis Rock.
Yeah, he ranks in the top 10 a lot of really good reliever categories and rookie categories. Leahy, a rookie, hasn't pitched in 7 days. Might be asking him to eat up a couple of innings.
Adames was trying to add another homer on his birthday. Lined out his last time. Fouls this one away. He's in an 0-2 hole. Homered in the first. 29th of the year on his 29th birthday. First ever home run on his birthday. In the dirt, knocked down by Pages. Sellout at the ballpark tonight. 41,731. And they are being treated to some big flies. All the runs coming on homers today for the Brewers. Popped up over our head.
You get to see a red hot baseball team and you get a hot dog for $1.
Is there anything better?
And a great day.
Oh, perfect. Swing and a miss. Curveball gets Adames. Inning over. Jackson Churiel. Grand slam, his 18th home run of the year. Puts the Brewers up by 6. A thing of beauty for the 20-year-old. Toyota game reset. 3 swings for all 9 runs. Willie Adames has homered for a 5th consecutive ball game. Rhys Hoskins with a 2-run homer and a grand slam by the rookie sensation Jackson Churiel. And Ryan Hudson, who came in with a 3-run lead, now has a 6-run lead. Pages with 2 homers today at the plate. Lines it foul and an 0-2 hole.
He's had a good day at the plate. It's been a long day behind home plate for Pages.
8 walks by this Cardinals pitching staff. 7 hits, 9 runs. It's almost as if the Brewers brought Cincinnati's ballpark back to Milwaukee with them.
Right.
Hitting homers. Foul back.
This is a very good home run hitting ballpark on a day like today.
Well, the Brewers this year have not been a major home run hitting team this year. They've been more dynamic with the way that they score runs. Middle of the pack homers. Swing and a miss. Sweeper from Hudson.
Yeah, good breaking pitch. Outer half down out of the zone, below the knees. And check out that arm angle. A good pitch.
Michael Ciani, lefty-lefty matchup. He's lined out, grounded out. Pops foul.
Yeah, you would expect a guy like Hudson with an arm angle like he has to be tough against lefties. I mean, that's a given. That low 3/4. Really tough on lefties, but he's tough against righties as well.
Got that cutter that bores in on the hands.
You don't have those quote-unquote lefty specialists anymore. You got to face 3 guys minimum.
And the Brewers have such a wealth of lefties now in their bullpen and have all year. Remember last year, Hobie Milner was their only lefty in the bullpen.
Yeah, how about Aaron Ashby, the way he's been throwing?
It's sensational. There's Hobie.
Koenig.
Rob Zastryzny has been a part of that. Even started some games. Held up 2-2. Yeah, Aaron Ashby's emergence has been.
I mean, such a difference when he's working out of the bullpen than when he starts, right? At least to this point.
Hit 99 on the radar gun last time he worked. The way that William Contreras caught that baseball, it's almost as if it caught on Hudson. You see him inspecting it.
Sometimes they don't know. It all depends on how it comes out of their hand. Cuts it, sinks it. You know, lefties just don't know how to throw the ball straight.
Caps are always to the side.
Right. Always moving.
Close, but called for ball 4. Just the 3rd walk issued by Brewers pitching today. Pretty good pitch. Back to the top of the order in Mason Wynn. We're talking about lefties available. How about D.L. Hall, too?
Yeah.
His appearance in Cincinnati, Game 2 of that doubleheader, magnificent.
As good as the Brewers pitching staff has been all season long, getting even better with these additions.
Chris Hook is going to go out and chat with Brian Hudson. Let's check in with Sophia down in the field. She can give us an update on Hobie Milner, who had a rehab assignment with the T-Rads up north.
That's right. Hobie Milner's missed the last 21 games. He pitched both Friday and Sunday. Very efficient for him. No surprise. Classic Hobie Milner. Needed just 9 pitches in each of his innings on Friday and Sunday. So it was one of those, he said, maybe needed to pull a Wade Miley and ask them to take a few more pitches just to get the workload up a little bit more. But he's obviously back here with the team. You see him in the dugout. He's waiting to figure out next steps, whether they want to extend him out a little bit, but he would certainly be available. He said he felt great in both of those appearances in Appleton. So we'll see what they decide. There's Coach Wade Miley as well. And Pat Murphy said D.L. Hall, you know, he's likely not available today because he pitched Game 2, 7 innings for him in that doubleheader. We might see him coming out of the bullpen, though, later this week or even as an opener. So think about all of those options that they have. Pat Murphy talking about the upcoming schedule. They're off Thursday, then they'll welcome in the Rockies over the weekend, and they'll be starting a stretch of 13 consecutive games. So might see a different looking pitching mix there.
Thanks so much, Sophia. Great update, and good to have the options. That has not been the case for the Brewers for a lot of this season. They've had to use their roster a ton.
Yeah. How many different starting pitchers?
17. But they have settled on that 17 after Frankie Montas became that record-tying 17th starter.
Yeah, he's been really good.
Right down the middle for a strike. Aaron Savali traded to the Brewers at the beginning of July. He's going to get the baseball tomorrow. He stabilized his rotation. Popped him up. Backpedaling is Adames. The second out, and now a brief message from Quick Trip.
Freshly cooked, hot, and ready to make your next meal extraordinary with fried chicken from Quick Trip.
There's Burleson. Rolled foul.
Hey, assuming that the Brewers do win the division, and it looks like they have a fairly comfortable lead at this point. Nothing has been guaranteed, but it's going to be interesting. There's going to be some tough decisions with respect to the pitching staff in the postseason for Milwaukee, assuming they get there. Only some pretty good pitchers left off.
I think a lot of that has to do with matchup, right? And how much coverage you want to have, how you want to use your starting rotation. And Nick Mears is a guy who's on the injured list right now, trying to make his way back with a forearm strain. Fouled away by Burleson. A lot of it is matchups. A lot of it is, are the Brewers playing in that wild card series, or are they getting that push through into the division series if they've got one of the top 2 records?
Going to be interesting. The Phillies come in for 3 games later this month.
Yeah.
Trying to chase down the Phillies, the Dodgers.
6 with the D-backs too.
Yeah.
Three out west, and then 3 back at American Family Field. Tack on an extra home game against Arizona here in Milwaukee. 7 games with Arizona. Fought that one off.
Brewers with 80 wins, Phillies with 81, Dodgers 82.
Down to the wire.
They got a good shot at getting it by. They keep winning.
Well, the Brewers need to sweep that series against Philadelphia to have the tiebreaker. It goes into what you've done within your division for that tiebreaker. See the best records in the National League. So the Brewers would have to sweep the Phillies and then have a better record against the Central, and the Phillies are in the East in order to overtake that number 2 spot with a tiebreaker. Runner goes on 3-2, and it's inside. So a walk to Burleson. Bullpen is loosening for Milwaukee as Nolan Arenado is coming up. That's Yoel Payamps, and he just started playing catch.
And Hudson has walked the 2 lefties that he's faced this inning. Not a good idea. Now you got to deal with Arenado.
Arenado 0 for 3. One of only 2 Cardinals that is yet to reach base in this game. And it takes low. Coming off of his best month of the season, August, where he hit .294 and drove in 18. 27 pitches for Brian Hudson. Liner, foul, third base side. The Brewers only have this series and a series with the Pirates remaining against their division. Swing and a miss. That's maybe the best cutter that he's thrown in the inning.
Yeah, that's what he's been throwing all year. Down and in under the bat. Good pitch.
Ahead of Arenado, a ball and 2 strikes. Fought it off. Two on Arenado. A couple of walks in the inning. Hudson trying to get Arenado. Fouled it away. He's been doing this for the last couple of years. When he gets 2 strikes, he really shortens up on that swing, almost a 3/4 cut.
Never does give up on an at bat, does he? I mean, he has got his nose in there and doing whatever he has to do to fight off a tough pitch.
Got him looking right on the corner, and Brian Hudson strands a pair of Cardinals. Heading to the bottom of the 7th inning, we will stay right here for God Bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand now for God Bless America, led by Bob Kozlowski from Brewers Guest Services.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Well, check out today's timer of the game winner, the Crooked Crow in West Allis. If they call the Brewers by 10 o'clock tomorrow, they get 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. It's offered courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
right down the street in West Dallas. Garrett Mitchell leads it off for the Brewers. Ground ball to first. Goldschmidt, 1 pitch and 1 out. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Rhys Hoskins, a 2-run homer, a walk, and then scored on the Jackson Chourio grand slam. There's Joe Ross loosening for the Brewers after Brian Hudson navigated his way through the 7th. Got the last 2 outs of the 6th too.
Made some pretty good pitches to get Arenado. You know, that cutter and then the fastball right on the edge.
Swing and a miss by Hoskins. Arenado a rare 0 for 4. And a 24-game on base streak going until last week.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
I think so.
He and Goldschmidt.
They could probably both stop playing right now and be Hall of Famers.
I'd vote for him. I don't have a vote, but if I did, I would.
It's such an interesting debate, right, Rock? About you look at career numbers in the modern era and how long players played and the numbers that they accrued back in the day. Hoskins swings and misses for out number 2. It's almost impossible to compare era to era the numbers.
Yeah, the game is so much different these days. You know, back in the 50s, 60s, even the 70s, I mean, starting pitchers would go 7, 8 innings, right? I mean, sometimes, you know, there'd be a lot more complete games back in those days, and I guess guys would tire. Offensive numbers might get a little bit better, but it's really hard to compare, you know, today's game to what it was 20, 30 years ago.
When you look at the wins that people have accrued, right, as starting pitchers, wins are almost these days in terms of stats, right? When's the next time someone's going to win 300 games? Might not ever happen again.
No.
Even 3,000 hits feels like it's.
Yeah, well, guys aren't, you know, staying in games long enough. I mean, pitchers, starting pitchers,
sure,
staying in games long enough to pick up wins.
It's just a fascinating debate as you move forward and you're trying to compare numbers, and then again, as I said, you look at eras and did you dominate your era? There's a swing and a miss, and Lakey goes 3 up and 3 down with a couple of Ks in the bottom of the 7th. 9-3 Brewers using a long ball today against the Redbirds.
Well, let's start the weekend right with 50% off tickets for Wisconsin residents at Friday's game against the Rockies. Take advantage of this special ticket offer at Brewers.com/Wisconsin Fridays.
Great day to be at the ballpark as we look at the upcoming schedule. Mentioned you got the Rockies coming in, the rest of this homestand over the weekend. One final West Coast road trip, San Francisco and Arizona, before coming home for a massive series against the Phillies and Arizona. Joe Ross is coming into the ball game, makes another appearance out of the bullpen where he has been dominant.
Yeah, he's been much better out of the bullpen than he was as a starter as far as earned run average goes. He's given up next to nothing out of the bullpen. I would imagine Pat Murphy would like to see Joe Ross finish this one tonight or today. How about Friday's start time, 5:10?
Yeah, early start. Make sure you mark it down in your calendars. An early start, a 5:10 Friday game. Packers open up their season down in Brazil.
That way you can watch the Brewers and then flip over and watch the Pack.
Double dip. Donovan took in 2-1. That time of year. First day of school for a lot of kids tomorrow. Some are already back in session, but for others, kiddos are going back tomorrow. Parents breathing a sigh of relief.
Big plans for you and Ashley?
Back to you, teachers.
Once they get on the bus?
maybe go to brunch.
Yeah, right.
Take the dog for a walk.
Maybe go to the museum. Yeah, right.
And dive into some football prep for me. But I think depending on her work schedule, there may be a brunch involved in the next couple of days.
As long as she doesn't have to cook it.
No, gosh, no. I'll either do it outside on the griddle or we'll go somewhere. Short order cook over here. It's down and in. Ball 4 on Donovan. A lot of free passes in this one. 5th walk issued by the Brewers pitching staff. 8 by St. Louis. But that's what being at the ballpark on Labor Day should be all about, right there. Just hanging out.
Yeah. Dad and his son. Joe Ross last pitched on Friday at Cincinnati. That was game 2 of that doubleheader. 2 scoreless innings that included 3 punch-outs. Having a difficult time early on here in this 8th inning.
Such an important start for DL Hall that day in game 2 because of the way that the Brewers went out and they were hunting that win in game 1 of the doubleheader. Needed extra innings to pull it out. That meant that their bullpen was basically down to 2 guys for game 2. Joe Ross was one of them. DL Hall gave him 7 innings. Only had to cover the final 2. And a 10-run 9th inning didn't hurt either. It was a 4-0 game going into the 9th inning. The Brewers put up a 10 spot. Oh, look out. 3-1. And Joe Ross, as you mentioned, Rock, this is a rarity for him. He'd only given up 1 run in 13 innings out of the bullpen, but command had been right on. Goldschmidt pops it up a mile high, third base side, and in the seats, foul. Goldschmidt extended his hitting streak to 9 games with a double back in the 6th. Victor Scott on deck. He took over in left field. Got him. Perfectly placed on that fastball.
Yeah, really. I mean, right on the outside corner at 95, and Goldschmidt just waves at it. Perfect pitch on the corner. There you go. Got it back dialed in.
Victor Scott, so much speed. Had a 3-hit game against the Brewers down in St. Louis, the first of his career. Fouls the first one back. Cardinals today have had just 2 at-bats with men in scoring position. 0 for 2. Did cash in a sac fly. Strike 2 with a changeup, Ross. Got him. Just threw a fastball right by him.
Fastball, changeup, fastball. Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
Whatever command he was looking for, he has found it. Jordan Walker 0 for 3. That is a nasty slider. 0-1. He's chatting with Tim Dillard on the last road trip that we went to St. Louis and Oakland. He said when Joe Ross was coming back on his rehab assignment, he was working in Appleton. Happened to be a game where the Timber Rattlers wanted Tim to shoot some hot dogs out of a cannon or something. So he was up there, but he got tickets right behind home plate. Ross was throwing. And he said it was one of the nastiest sliders he's ever seen from that perspective.
Yeah, that's what got him to the big leagues. Fastball slider. Every now and again, he'll throw that change up.
There's that slider down and away. Just looks like a fastball for so long.
And he will get some chases off the edge, thinking the fastball's coming on the corner.
Got him through the slider after the leadoff walk. Punch out, punch out, punch out. Go to the bottom of the 8th inning.
Stephen Watson, Tim Dillard from the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Sports Desk. The home run happy Brewers. All 9 runs coming via the long ball, Tim.
Yeah, in this game, all runs have come from home run except for one. Adames 3-run bomb, Hoskins 2-run. How about a grand salami for Churio on Dollar Hot Dog Day? It's just serendipitous, right?
The fans getting their money's worth and then some today. Coming up on Brewers Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. We'll talk about the home run happy crew, talk Adames, Churio, and hear from that man, Pat Murphy. Sophia Minner going to join the party as well. Jeff and Rock, take us home.
All right, thanks so much, fellas. All they need is a solo homer, and they've got the home run cycle.
Yeah, so Dilly was talking about the salami on hot dog day. So I guess a hot dog could be classified as a salami, right? Kinda? Is that where he's going with this?
I think so. I think he was just trying to make the connection between Dollar Hot Dog Day
and salamis.
Yeah, yeah. One is more cured than the next.
I mean, Dilly's so witty, you know, and so Gen X, you know.
This one out to left center. Gonna stay in the ballpark for Scott.
Sometimes you need help understanding his humor.
I have a hard time myself.
No, you don't.
I really do. I really do. He broke me on the last road trip that I was on. He did. We were trying to get through a pregame hit, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. See, now he's just a man of the people,
he
too.
Made you
saying
laugh?
Hi to everybody.
Did he make you laugh?
He did. He made me crack up, actually. I lost it. Because he was just riffing over the video. And I looked over at him and I went, "What? I can't keep up with you anymore, man. I just lost it." It was great.
You're just speaking for the people.
I am. Trying to. Just try and hang on for dear life. Meanwhile, it's 0-2 on Bryce Terang.
Getting back to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your grill going, by the way, for post game?
What's that?
Do you have your grill going?
My grill?
Yeah. Do you have anything on the smoker?
No. We don't make plans at day games anymore.
Well, you could still put something on early and watch it.
I think we're going out.
Oh, smart. Good move. Nothing's on Bill's grill today.
No. There it is.
I love that coaster.
The coaster. A Tim Dillard production.
Shocking. All of those are. That's Tim Dillard's corkboard to our left. Everybody's represented.
Including Chef Lauren.
That's right. And Bob Kozlowski. Swing and a miss by Terang. It's 0-2. I should say 2 away. Brings up Jackson Chourio, who has multiple grand slams before the age of 21. He's the first to do that since Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Alex Rodriguez in 1996. He had 3 grand slams that year. And a bullet caught by Arenado. He hit that harder than he hit his grand slam. Tony Conigliaro, Mickey Mantle, and Faye Throneberry, the other names on that illustrious list. Happy birthday, Willie Adames. Another 3-run homer and his first career homer on his birthday. Got the party started today. The Brewers have led since the first inning. Jackson Chourio with a grand slam. Rhys Hoskins with a 2-run homer. And Joe Ross trying to finish this one out in the top of the 9th inning. Pedro Pages, 2 homers today. Takes strike 1. Do it again for you tomorrow. Steven Matz is the scheduled starter for St. Louis, a left-hander. Sonny Gray pushed an extra day. Aaron Savali goes for Milwaukee. Colin Ray in the finale. 6:40 first pitch. 6 o'clock. Your pregame programming. Brewers Live. Somehow got a piece of that slider. Back. Do it again.
Pretty good job right there by Pages to get a piece of those pitches right off the edge. Let's see if they decide to maybe come in on him. You can't cover both sides of the plate.
Pages. Shallow center. It will be Terang who makes the catch. Good communication between those two.
And that's exactly what they did. They came in on him. You see a guy up there getting a piece of 2 pitches that are off the outside corner. That has set him up for a pitch in. That's what they did. Good pitch.
Willie Adames telling the second base umpire Jeremy Riggs, man, he's taking these putouts away from me, man. Hey, I got you.
Take it easy, young man.
Here's Willie. I got it. Nope. Guess not.
Looks like Terang was getting ready to get yelled at, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Didn't he? He's like, okay. You all right with that, Willie? I'm sorry.
My bad. You can have the next one. See, I called it. Hey, see, I'm going back. I had a pretty good angle at it. Huh? No. Next one.
Terang say you got to catch everything.
Yeah,
Let me have one once in a while.
Yeah, it's my birthday, man. Let me get one. They're still going. I didn't hear you. No, I had it. Come on. You telling me you didn't hear me? I'll let you know. Left field line, Chourio. Take a mini slide down the tart. No, man, you got it. That's all right. Willie wasn't going to take that one.
He was out there, though.
catch and then a whoop, baby slide. Whee! Been a very interactive inning defensively.
Been fun for a 6-run lead.
Strike one on Mason Wynn. For the Milwaukee Brewers as they take down the St. Louis Cardinals 9-3. Happy birthday, Willie.
And these guys just continue to play really good baseball. They go wire to wire with this one today. 3 homers. And the pitching continues to be outstanding. And the Brewers, yet another win at home. Their 41st win at home. They take the first of this 3-game series.
10th win of the season for Freddie Peralta. 3 homers accounting for all 9. And Willie Adames gets an opportunity to blow out the candles after this day game today. 9-3 the victory. We'll do it again for you tomorrow at 6:40 between the Brewers and the Cardinals. For Bill Schroeder and Sophia Minner, our entire crew, I'm Jeff Levering saying so long on this Labor Day. Enjoy the rest of it. Check us out tomorrow. Brewers Live coming your way next.
Birthday indeed. Coming up on Brewers Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Willie hits 29 on his 29th birthday. Jackson Curio with a grand slam. Brewers win 9-3. We hear from Pat Murphy and that man, number 27, coming up on Brewers Live.